This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in yesterday's session, we discussed about that Jenkins security, Jenkins views, how to create the views in the Jenkins, right? Then we discussed about how to change the port number, right? So all these things we discussed. So today we are going to discuss about that very important topic, how to implement CI/CD plus for your Java project using the pipeline project type. See, so far we have created a jobs using the freestyle Maven project type, right? So now we are discussing about the pipeline pipeline project type, right? So here, what is the difference between freestyle, Maven, and a pipeline project type? See, using this already we discussed it. Using the freestyle project, we can create the jobs for any programming languages. But using the Maven project type, we can create jobs using Maven project type for only the Java projects. But pipeline, so using this pipeline project type, you can create a job for any of the languages. So freestyle also doing the same thing. Na? Using the freestyle, we can create the jobs for any programming language. Even pipeline also going to do. Then what is the difference between freestyle and pipeline? See, if you use the pipeline project type, here we are going to write the pipeline script. We don't like to write the pipeline script, sir. Using this pipeline script, you can integrate other tools with Jenkins very easy, very simple. And you can customize that CI/CD flow however you want. So many advantages are there here. But here it's very difficult, and everything we are going to select in the GUI. But when you are creating a job, when we are creating a job using the pipeline project type, we are going to write the pipeline script, right? So here, so Dayanand is asking what is pipeline. Pipeline is the one project type like freestyle, right? So if you want to create a job using the pipeline project type, we are going to write the pipeline script. This pipeline script we are going to write in two ways. One is the scripted way, another one is the declarative way. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about that how to write the pipeline script using the scripted way. Okay, so if you know that flow, it's very easy, guys. You don't want to worry about how to write the pipeline script also. It's very simple writing the pipeline script. If you go here, so already I have deleted all the artifacts in the Nexus artifact repository, and even application also undeployed. Right now only the default 5 applications are there in the Tomcat. Even SonarCube also, if you see, no application, no projects are there. I have deleted. Now what I am going to do, I will create a job. If you want to create a job, we have to click on new item, give the name. So I'm going to give the name as a pipeline scripted way. So you have to select the pipeline instead of freestyle Maven. You have to select the pipeline. Click on OK. So here we are not going to use any GUI options. Everything we are going to write the pipeline script here, right? See here, one drop down is there. Try sample pipeline, right? Hello world or GitHub plus Maven scripted pipeline. Select this one, scripted pipeline. So automatically some snippet is going to generate here, right? See here, it is going to generate. So just remove this one. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to write this pipeline script from very basics, right? So if you want to write a pipeline script using the scripted way, it is going to start with the node, flower bracket open, close. Here, what this node is going to represent. So here node represented whatever the script we are going to write here, that script in which node you have to run. By default, it is going to run in the master node. So you can specify like this one, R node master. Okay, so like this also you can specify it, right? You can specify node or node and mention that node name. Even if you don't specify any node name, by default it is going to take that master node. See, whatever the Jenkins we have installed, this one we are going to call as a master node. So we have one topic called as a master slave architecture. So we are going to create that slaves, or we can call as nodes. So that time, if you want to run your job in the slaves or nodes, you have to specify that the node name here. Even if you don't specify any node name, by default it is going to run in the master node. So that's why I'm keeping like this one. Even if you want, you can keep that node name also. Dayanand is asking, slaves will be on different server. Yes, sir. We'll discuss on that one. Okay, when we are going to discuss about master slave architecture. Okay. Sunil is asking, master slave architecture cannot be implemented on freestyle. See, you are asking the question is different. Can we run whatever the jobs which you have created using the freestyle on the slaves? Yes, it is possible. I will show you. When we are going to create the slaves, in the slaves you can run that jobs. Got it? Yes. Okay. We can run that all these jobs. You can run the freestyle projects, Maven project type jobs, pipeline project types also. Clear? No problem, Sunil. I can understand your question. Even you are asking in different way also. I can guess that what students are expecting. Okay. So now, what is the first step in our CI/CD? If you see here, so what is the first step? Means after pushing the code to the GitHub, we need to get the code, right? So we have to write a code, the pipeline script to get the code from the GitHub. So for that one, we are going to write the stages, stage, flower bracket open, close. So here we are going to write that script. Here we are going to write the script to get the code from the GitHub. It's very easy. You don't want to write from the scratch. Okay, so go to here. If you see here, pipeline syntax. Click on this one, pipeline syntax. Okay, here see, click on the snippet generator. Here you'll see that under sample step, just drop down. You will see here git colon git. Select this one, git colon git. So here you have to give the repository URL. From which repository we need to get the code. So here repository is there. Okay, so I need to get the code from this particular repository, right? So take this repository URL, copy. go to your here snippet generator, give that one. So branch. So I want to get the code from development branch. Okay, so guys, this repository URL is same for any of the branch. Okay, so we don't have any specific repository URL for each branch. Okay, so give that branch name and select the credentials. Click on generate pipeline script. That's all. See, now take this code snippet, keep into here. That's all. Now, if you run the script, it will go to the GitHub, whatever the repository URL you have specified here, and it will go to this particular branch and it will get the code. Okay, so after getting the code, what is the next stage? So here we need to give the names, guys. Sorry. So I'm going to give that checkout code. So any name you can give. Same way here also, you can give that any name. Okay. So here I'm going to give that name as build. I'm going to give the name as build. So here, after getting the code, if you want to do a build, what is the command we are going to use, guys? To do a build, mvn clean package. So here, guys, you have to give that exactly with the lowercase stage. This is the keyword, and here node also say, and but within that single quotes, the stage name, your wish, whatever you want, you can give it. Whatever you want, you can give it. Same way here also, build, your wish. So, but in the Groovy script, so the scripted way, it is going to use internally Groovy script sandbox to run this script. So directly, if you are not able to execute any command, so what you have to do, you have to use the sh, keep that this command in the double quotes. So your Jenkins is running in the Linux server. So Linux or MacBook, then you have to use the sh. Suppose if your Jenkins is running in the Windows operating system, that time is sh is going to work? No, it is not going to work. Then what you have to do? You have to use that bat, cricket bat, shuttle. Bat means batch files. Like, however, shell script file, sh files is going to work in Unix operating systems like MacBook, Linux. In Windows, we are going to use the batch files. So if your Jenkins is running in Windows operating system, you should use that bat. Okay. So now our Jenkins is running in the Linux server. So I have to use that sh. Okay. Let's see. First, we will add these two stages, whether it is going to work or not. Okay. If it is not working, then what to do? We'll see. So Dayanand eagerly is asking, he's waiting whether mvn is directly is going to work or not. Okay. It is not going to work. I will tell you how to fix that one. So directly if I explain, you guys are not going to get. Okay. So first I will produce the error. Then I will tell you how to resolve that error. Then only you guys can able to understand. Okay. So Dayanand is very eager to know the things, man. So please wait. Okay. So take this code snippet. But really I appreciate Dayanand. Okay, even though he is a working employee, but not only Dayanand, Sunil and all, many working people are there. Even Nitin also working employee. But these guys are daily they are attending the classes. Okay, they are practicing and they are bugging me. I really appreciate you guys. Okay, but many of the guys are not working, and even they are not joining for. How they are going to get the jobs? They are not going to get the jobs, right? Themselves they are after 6 months or 1 year realizing, and they are begging me. Really, why I'm using this abuse word begging? I'm getting angry. People are not joining and they are not utilizing properly in time. After that, later they are going to realize and they are going to be. It happened for many of the guys, but with my helping heart, I am again giving the chance and I'm allowing them. Okay? But many scoldings will be there for those guys. Okay, so take this code snippet, go here, your job, keep here. Okay, save it. Now trigger the job. If you want to trigger a job, see, build now. Click on build now. Build has failed. See here, two stages are there. Checkout code has build is successful. See, it is showing that successful. And even if you want to see the logs, just click on this one. But build stage is failed. If you want, you can see the logs here also. Okay. If you want to see the full logs, click on this one and click on console output. Just scroll down. See, it has checked out the code successfully. But when it is executing MVN clean package, we are getting that error. What is the error code? 127. Already we know. What do you mean by 127 error code? We discussed it or not? 127. We discussed it when we are discussing about the shell scripting, command line arguments, previous command execution status, dollar question mark. It was giving the 127. Bah, sir, we forgot, sir, everything. Again, why you are remaining all these things? 127 means command not found. Here, which command is not working? MVN command. Why? We didn't install that Maven in the Linux server where Jenkins is running. If you install that Maven in the Linux server where Jenkins is running, you are not going to get this error. Then how we have installed that Maven? How we have configured that Maven? We have configured through global tool configuration. Yes or no? If you go through your manage Jenkins global tool configuration, just scroll down. If you see here Maven installation, click on this one. See, we have configured that Maven 3.8.2, 3.6.2. So whatever the name you have configured, take this one. So which version you want, take that one. So Maven 3.8.2. So how to get this one? See, if it is a freestyle, we are selecting this one. Did you remember? So if you go to the freestyle project job and click on configure, we were selecting that Maven version under build. See here, Maven version we are selecting. How we are going to select this version when you are using pipeline script? So for that one, we are going to create a one variable. So in the Groovy script, if you want to create a variable, we need to use the def keyword. Def is a keyword in the Groovy script to create that variable or function we are going to use. So now I am going to create one variable. Def, I am going to create a variable called as Maven home. So guys, this is the variable name. This is the keyword. So this variable name, you can give any name, your wish, but this should be exactly with lowercase def. Def variable name space equals. So if you want to get that value of Maven home directory, we are going to keep tool name colon tool name, whatever the name you have given here, na? So which version you want? So global tool configurations you have configured, na? That name you have to give. See here under global tool configuration, whatever the name you have given, na? And which version you want to use. Suppose I want to use it 3.6.2. So take this one. Keep it here. Okay. So I think like this you can use it. Equal to TO tool 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 name. Yes, you have to give exactly like this one only. Tool. So def is a keyword. Give that variable name space equals tool space name colon, that name you have to give. So keep this one in this double quotes. Okay. Then see this variable now having that Maven home directory path. Here, what is the Maven home directory? So whatever the Maven software you have configured, na, where it is going to store? It is going to store in the Jenkins home directory. There you will see the tools directory /var/lib Jenkins. Inside that tools directory, there you will see that Maven software. So let me connect to that Linux server where my Jenkins is running. Take this one. Okay, it's connected. Switch to the root user. Okay, go to that var lib Jenkins. Go to the tools. You will see here. So go inside that Hudson. So there you will see that 3.6. Go inside that Maven 3.6.2. Right. So till here it is going to give which one? This variable Maven home. Okay, it will give that till here. Okay, so tool name, this one is going to assign this particular value to this particular variable, right? So Pallavi is asking, do we need to change the script when a different Maven version is used like Maven tool? So here you have to change. If you want to use that 3.8.2, mention that 3.8.2. That's all. But these things you are not going to use it. Just only that name we are going to use. Change that one, whatever the version you want. Okay. So now mvn command, where it is available, which is available in the bin directory. But right now this variable gives that till here only, right? So if you want to get this variable value, we are going to use that dollar symbol within the flower bracket. We'll give that variable value. So this variable name is going to give till here, but where that mvn command is available, which is available in the bin directory. So if you go inside that bin directory, you will see that mn command. So what you have to do, / use that bin. Okay, so now if you add this line and if you update this line, it is going to work. So it is going to get that Maven software from this particular location. Let's see, copy this line. Okay, go to that your job, Jenkins job, whatever you have created, pipeline script, configure. So add here node level, I'm adding, then update that this particular line, dollar symbol, okay, within the flower brackets, keep that bin variable name and bin mn clean package, save it. Now do the build. Now if you observe, checkout code is successful. Now it is happening the build. Oh, build also successful. Now if you go and see, click on console output, just see here, it has executed that mn clean package command, and if you observe here, that package has created. Right, so that package has created. Where that package is available, it is available in the workspace with the job name. It has created one folder inside the target directory, you will see. Right, so like this you can get that whatever the Maven version you want. Now I have one question with you guys. Can I create this variable inside this stage? Can I create? Yes, if you create a variable inside that particular stage, you can able to use that variable within the stage only. But now I am going to write a one more stage called as what is the next stage? Execute sonar key report flower bracket open close. So here we are going to use same command. So just we are going to change that clean sonar : sonar. Will it work now? It is not going to work. Why? Because this particular variable created within this stage. So what we are going to call? This one we are going to call as local variable. But if you declare this variable in the node level, it is going to available for all the stages. This one we are going to call as global variable. Global variable. Right? So based on your requirement, you can create it. Suppose for this stage, I want to use a different Maven version. Create a variable with the various version and keep inside this one. Right? So like this, sir, I have created variable in the global level and I have created a variable, the same variable in the local variable. Which one is going to use that, whether global or local? Local only. Right? Okay. So you have to use. So I want to execute the sonar cube report. This is a command. Next stage is, what is next stage? Upload artifact into repository, into Nexus repository. Upload artifact into Nexus repository. So if you want to upload the artifact into Nexus repository, we are going to use the deploy goal. Deploy goal. Right. Let's see. We are going to add only these two stages. So guys, when you are copy pasting, okay, be careful. Sometimes what the people are going to do, they are going to miss this one. It is not going to work. So how many opening brackets are there? Na? Those many closing brackets should be there. Suppose I want to know where this bracket is closed. Very simple. Keep that cursor after this bracket. Just double click. Automatically, it is going to highlight till where that bracket is closed. Suppose I am deleting this one, and now just keep this cursor here. Double click. See, it is not highlighting, right? Because it has no closing bracket. Now see, it is highlighting, right? So that is also very important. Many times people are going to struggle. Okay, so go step by step. You are not going to do any mistake. Okay, each stage is independent. You should not keep this stage inside this one. You should not supposed to keep like this one inside the stage. Okay, each stage is independent. It is not depending on any other stage. So now copy these two stages, go to your job, click on configure, scroll down. So after this stage, build stage, paste it. So now totally how many stages we have added? 4 stages. Save it. Now 2 more boxes are going to add here. Each stage one box is going to add here. Click on build now. See, checkout code is over, build is over. Now it is executing the SonarKeep report. Right. So once SonarKeep report is over, then it will upload that artifact into the artifact repository. See, artifact it is uploading. Now if you go and see here, just refresh this one. See, it's executed. Last analysis. See guys, sometimes you will see here failed. Why it is going to fail? And who is going to mark it as a passed or failed? Quality gates. So don't worry on this one. Whether it is a passed or failed, we are not going to worry. Who is going to worry if it is a failed? Development team is going to work. Okay, development team is going to work on this one. If it is failed, they has to check why it is failing and all. So this is especially for Vijay Lakshmi. She is worrying about this one. So here if it is failed also, don't worry. Okay, are you there, madam? Okay. Okay. So Nitin is asking, sir, if this project report has failed, is it possible to stop this deployment? Yes, it is possible. For that one, I have created one video which is there in our YouTube channel. Okay. So if you go here, click on videos, go to that playlist. Sorry, go to that playlist. Okay. So maybe you can try. I think I have did using that uh, this one scripted way. I think I used that. Yes.
This is the name I had given.
No. Go and use this one after this class today. Anyway, you are going to get that today time, today tomorrow. Go through this one also. It is very useful video. In one of the company, they have asked this requirement. Because of him, I did this recorded video. Okay. So his requirement is okay. So if that report is failed in the SonarKeep, if the project is marked as failed, you should not supposed to deploy, and you have to mark your job as a failed. have to mark that job as a failed. So here I have covered. See, for this one I have written that pipeline script, but we don't have this feature in the freestyle project type, right? It is not possible, right? Many advantages are there in that pipeline script than that freestyle and Maven, right? That's why nowadays all the projects are using that pipelines only, not the freestyles. Very rarely freestyle are using. 4.5 years back when I started a career on DevOps, that time we were using that one, right? Okay, so now project report is executed successfully, and you can observe here last analysis October 2nd. So today, what is the special? What is the special today, October 2nd? Gandhi Jayanti. Thank you. At least people remember. One holiday missed. Yes, Dayanand. But see, it is not missing holiday. See, along with whatever that leaves you are going to get, 22 plus 10, total 32 leaves you are going to get in other days. Suppose if it is coming in other Friday, definitely they are going to give. But this is the generally they are going to give. Right? This is my company policy. 22 PL and 10 is the holidays. Government has total 32 leaves yearly we are going to get. I'm not about others. I'm saying about my company. You know, one more thing in my company, it's like a government company only. If you want to take n number of sick leaves also, you can take it. They're going to give that salary also. Even if you take 2 months, they're going to give. Right? That is a good policy. It is very rarely in some companies only it will be there. Right, Gokul? See, Gokul also he's very happy. Okay, he's also in same company. That's why. Okay. Even this report is successful, sir. Why, sir, you are going from here and there? Why you are jumping like that one? So if you jump like that one only, then only people are not going to get that boring, right? Sir, no. So Deepak is asking how to join in your company. Take interview, join. Okay, simply you are giving that free sessions. Especially don't join in my team. Okay, really you are not going. See, I'm very like helping guy only, but even I'm not worrying about whether working from home or 24/7 is working or even 1 hour is working or not. Whether you are roaming outside, I'm not going to worry. Whether you are releasing that work deliverables in time or not, I'm going to check. Okay, even I'm not going to worry. Even when we are going to office, that time also whether you are coming to office or not, I'm not going to worry. My resources. I was checking that whether you are completing in time or not. If you are not completing, then it will be very bad. You are not. You are going to see that how much bad I am. Okay. Now you guys are seeing that only the good thing only, right? Yeah. Yes, correct, Dayanan. Definitely. Okay. So we'll come back to our technical discussion. See, it is going to show that when it has executed report, right? So through whatever the job which we have created, that because of that job only it has executed the report. Even if you go and see here, okay, so go to here, click on sign in, admin. So go to that browse. Earlier we don't have any artifact. Now see, it has uploaded. So it's uploaded today only. If you want, you can see the creation date, Saturday 6:38. Today, October 2nd. Right. So now we'll add one more stage. What is the next stage? What is the next stage? Deploy the application into Tomcat server. Right. So flower bracket open, close. Deploy the application into the Tomcat server. So if you want to deploy the application into the Tomcat server, here see our Tomcat is in different Linux server and our Jenkins is in the different Linux server. This is different Linux server. This is different Linux server. And here Jenkins is running and here package is there. maven-web-application.war file is there. So here Tomcat software is installed. Right. So this Tomcat server we need to deploy in this Tomcat server. So deploying application is nothing but what to do? Keeping that var file into the web apps directory. Keeping that var file into the web apps directory. Yes or no? Right. So if you want to copy that file from one server to another server, what is the command we are going to use? We are going to use scp command. So here I need to execute the scp command. See, when you are executing scp command, which is going to ask that credentials, Jenkins server is not able to remember all the credentials and not able to pass that credentials. Right. What we are going to do? We are going to generate one token, SSH agent token. So here if you go and see that under sample step, SSH agent. Right now, do we have? See, SSH agent. No. What we have to do? We have to install the plugin. What plugin we are going to use? Install it. SSH agent. So if you want to install a plugin, click on Manage Jenkins, Manage Plugins, click on Available tab. Here, SSH agent. See, SSH agent. Enable this checkbox. Click on Install without restart. Install without restart. See, it's installed successfully. Now go back to your snippet generator. So you have to click on refresh this one. Then only that SSH agent option you can able to see under sample step. Just scroll down. See here, SSH agent. Right. Select this one. So it's not showing anything in the drop down. Click on Add. Click on Jenkins. So here, see where your Tomcat server is running. That Linux server username is there, and how we are connecting through PEM file. We don't have the password. We don't have the password, right? Yes or no? What we are going to do here, instead of username with password, we are going to select that SSH username with private key. Private key means our PEM file, right? So if you have username password, then you can select that username with password. But we don't have the password, right? So we are going to select SSH username with private key. Okay, so here give the username. So we are going to use it ec2-user, ec2-user. Okay, then scroll down. See here, select this radio button, enter directly. Okay, and click on add. So here paste that content. Paste the content here. Which content? Your PEM file. Okay, which PEM file content? It is very important. See, if you go to your AWS Management Console, so we are going to copy into this server, right? So for this server, which PEM file we are using? First check it. So if you have multiple PEM files, be careful. So see here, select this one, or even if you don't select also, just scroll down right side. It is going to give that which PEM file we are using here. See here, DevOps, MSS, DevOps. Right. So now open the git bash or mobile term. Okay. Go to that folder where your PEM file is there. So my PEM file is available in the desktop. Then backup EC2 PEM files. So if just type ls, see this one. This is a PEM file which we are using, DevOps, MSS, DevOps. So if you want to see the content here, cat, use it, DevOps, oh, I use the dev, SMS. So now be careful, from here starting hyphen beginning RSA key, you have to copy to that till hyphen end RSA private key hyphen. Clearly you have to till copy here. Select, right click, copy, go here, paste it here. Some guys are asking me, sir, I'm not able to see the paste option, sir. Why you are not able to see the paste option? You didn't copy it, Bhaiya. So these things also I'm not able to explain. Right? If you don't copy, how you can able to see that paste option? So be careful, copy, paste properly here. Okay, just scroll down, and here, see here, description is there. Na? Under description, give any name here. So I'm going to give that Tomcat Linux server credentials. Okay, so what I did, just I have given the EC2 username and the Linux server PEM file content I pasted here, and description I have given. Click on add. So automatically it is going to select. So don't give ID. Okay, no need that one. See, automatically it is going to select. Then click on generate pipeline script. Yaar, we did lot of hangama. Just it is giving one line. Yes, the token. Just copy this one. Okay, keep inside this stage deploy application to Tomcat and remove this one. Remove this one. Okay, so here inside this SSH agent blog is there, na? See, inside this one you have to execute the command. Which command? SCP command. So sh space double quote, within that one you have to use it scp. So what file you have to? Maven web application dot var file, which is available in the target directory. / SCP this file name. So sometimes people are not giving that a proper name and they are saying, sir, it is not working. So give that proper name. SCP file name, username EC2 hyphen user. So whatever the username I am specifying, this one from which server? Tomcat server. Means the Linux server, the Tomcat server where I have installed the which Linux server, that user I am using here. So Sunil asked, can we pull that from Nexus? Yes, we can do it, that one also. Okay, so for that one we are going to use the wget command because we are going to download, right? That one also. Then go to that AWS, select that Linux server where Tomcat is running, take that public IP address, select this one. So then it is going to show that public IP address. Okay, copy, go here, colon, you have to give that path of where you want to move that var file. So what we'll do, we'll connect to this Linux server where your Tomcat is running. Okay. So I have connected to the Tomcat server. Go to the OPT directory. There you will see that Apache Tomcat. There you will see that web apps. Right. So this is a path. So right now I'm in this path. So here we need to deploy it. So keep it. But when you are executing SCP command or SSH command, did you remember very first time when you were executing, is it going to ask or not? Are you sure continue connecting? Yes or no? So that option it should not supposed to ask. Why? Because Jenkins is not able to remember all those things, right? You have to press yes or no on that. So for that one, it's very simple. We are going to use one option. So just execute man SCP. If you didn't remember those options under, just execute man SCP. Just scroll down. See here, hyphen O, or you can use SSH hyphen O option. Hyphen O. So here we have one option called as strict host key checking. Take this one, copy. Here SCP space hyphen O strict host key checking is equal to no. Means you should not supposed to ask that yes or no. Are you sure continue connecting? You will get that one message, na? Confirmation. If you say yes, then only it is going to connect. If you should not ask that one, we are going to add this one. Okay, so now what you will do, just copy this stage, go to your job, click on configure, scroll down. Okay, so after this stage, okay, so this is a closing, na? Closing of what? Closing node. So guys, like this you can give the comments also. Okay, this single line comment, so that easily can able to remember closing tag. Yeah, and closing no closing bracket for node. What it is? Which language? Groovy bhaiya. Groovy. Okay, so keep here. Okay. So see, save it. Right now, if you go and see, we don't have that application. Only the default 5 applications are there. Correct, na? So go here, click on build now. So in this batch and the previous batch also, some ladies are there, really they are awesome. Awesome means like they are working as a part time, like giving the training for children's, like tuitions. They are conducting the students tuitions. Really they are doing hard work, simply sitting ideally along with their homemade work, right? Cooking, all these things, that giving that lectures to students, right? Then attending the classes regularly. Really, I'm appreciating. They're coming from non-IT background. Okay. Initially, I thought, "Arey yaar, so these guys are asking very simple questions also." Later, I understood their situation. Hmm. Really. Hmm. But again and again, I'm scolding is our non-working stupid guys are there, na? But still they are not attending the classes. Hmm? And when they are going to realize, I don't know, because those guys don't know that the responsibilities, right? When they are going to realize, I don't know. Okay, see, this stage has failed. Hmm? Now if you go and see, if you guys, if the build is failed, don't worry. Oh, I didn't use it, na, that word, but many times I'm going to use. So now that dash dash, it is very easy to fill, you guys, na? So now you got the answer for that dash dash. Hmm? Oh, so you got 1 mark. Huh? So guys, if you get that any issues, don't get into scared. Okay, look into that error. Go here, console output, scroll down. If you observe here, so Prashant is saying we added extra bucket. We didn't added extra bucket. Okay, read this one. Permission denied. See, when I'm copying that file, so Prashant is saying here extra bracket. It is not extra bracket by a. See here, this is one opening bracket. This is one opening bracket. Two opening brackets are there. Two closing brackets are there for this stage. See, when I'm copying this file, which user I'm using? EC-user. Right. But if you go and see here, that web apps directory, who is the owner of this web apps directory? Root user. Root user, right? So now EC-user will become that others to this particular directory. Others to this particular directory. Others, do we have write access? We don't have. We don't have the write access to EC-user. So give that permissions chmod -r. So I'm giving full permissions, but we should not supposed to give that whatever the credentials, whatever the access we have, that user you can use it in the real time. Just check it. Just type an ls. See, Gangra saying many times I have done same, sir. When I get doubt, sometimes I won't ask, and with doubt myself, I check where I am doing mistake. A number of times I am going through videos and I am rectifying myself. Yes, if you do that one easily, you can able to remember the things, right? Immediately don't ask that help from guys. Try to fix yourself. then easily you can remember. So how much you are struggling now, after getting job, you will enjoy that much more than that you are going to enjoy. Okay. So now see, if you observe here, the error code is 1. So error code is 1 means it is not success. Here error code is 0 means it's success. So other than 0, if you are getting code, it is not success. See, if it is 0 means success only. If it is not success means you may get 127 command not found. If it is not successful, you are going to get that 1. Now go here, click on build now. See, it is successful. It is successful. Okay. Now go here, just click on list tabs. See here, application is deployed. Right click on this one, open link in new tab. See, it is working. So Ramkrishna is asking, when our code is deployed in Tomcat, we call as CD. Yes, we are deploying, right? So we can call so deployment, whether it is a continuous deployment or continuous delivery, whatever you are going to use. So Dayanand is asking, if second stage fail, will go to the next stage or stop the whole process? It will stop whole the process. It is going to mark as failure. Okay, build failure. It is not going to go to the other stage. Okay, suppose if you have 10 stages, if second stage has failed, other stages are not going to execute. Okay. So what is the next stage? After deploying the application, we need to send a email notification. So for that one, write that stage. Send email notification. Okay, flower bracket open, close. Now you can go here in the snippet generator. So here select, here see. So whatever you have configured. So if you have configured extended email, so if you see here extended email, suppose you have configured just email notification, you have to select this one, mail. If you see, go to your Jenkins dashboard, manage Jenkins, configure, click on configure system. Just scroll down at the bottom. See here, email notification is here. If you have configured here, so you have to select that mail. Suppose you have configured in extended email, one option is there, extended email. So that time you have to use that this one, extended email. So we have configured email, so we have to use this one. So two I need to send for DevOps training blr@gmail.com. So the extended having that many features than this email. I covered this point. So if you see here in extended, we can see that the customized subject, right, body, all these things. But these things are not there in our email. CC, BCC subject. Okay, so build over regards written technologies. Okay, click on generate pipeline script. Okay. So paste it inside this one. Okay, so mail BCC body. Okay, from CCC. So just add this one. So right now it is not going to send email notification because I have enabled that two-factor authentication, because I'm having some security policies. If I am going to remove that one, even my YouTube channel also they are going to disable. Okay, so that's why I need to enable the two-factor authentication. If you have enabled two-factor authentication, it is not going to send the emails. So for mail, it is not, no need. Even see, for this Git and all, did we use? No. So here, keep that one. So you guys can try this one, email. It is going to work. Save it. Click on build now. So like this, you can add n number of stages based on your requirement. Okay, so in the interview they are not going to expect you to write from scratch. You have to explain that so how, what are the high level the stages. So we are going to use that. First check out the code. So for that one we are going to use one stage called as checkout code. There we are going to keep that code snippet for getting the code, right? Then after getting code we are going to do the build. For that one I have written one stage called as build, right? So like that you can explain it. They are not going to ask you to write from scratch like this one. Even is it difficult, guys, writing the script? I feel it is very simple. Just copy pasting only we are doing. If you know that concept, yes or no? If you know the concept, just we are applying our knowledge. Mhm. Copy pasting, control C, control V we are doing. We are not doing apart from that one. Correct, na? Hmm? If you know the control C, control V, will become DevOps engineer. Right? So Chandan, anyway, so Chandan is asking, could you please show how to deploy application from Nexus, getting that from Nexus and deploy. So now, anyway, we are not doing this one because we are following that microservices architecture. We are going to create a one Docker image. We are going to push to that Docker image to that Nexus repository. From that Nexus repository, we are going to take the code and we are going to deploy. So that one we are going to cover in the Docker. Clear? So now just you can understand how we are going to take that code from Jenkins and how we are going to deploy. So Vijay is asking, can you please explain what is -o one more time? See, -o means option. Okay. So here -o means SSH option. See, when you are connecting to the server, whether you remembered or not, or when you are copying the file from one server to another server, very first time, it is going to give one message. Are you sure? Continue connecting? Yes or no? It is going to ask. If you say yes and you press the enter button, it is going to further continuing. Yes or no? So as a Jenkins, it is not able to confirm that one yes or no. So for that one, we are adding this one. Strict host key checking. No, you should not supposed to ask that one. We are saying here. So like this, guys, we are going to write the pipeline script. See, we are writing the pipeline script in the job level. We are not going to do in the real time. right? What we are going to do? We are going to remove. And one more thing, see here, this one is there, na? Which one? Discard world builds, GitHub webhook, right? All these things, is it possible to write through script? Yes, guys. Whatever you are going to do through freestyle project type in GUI, you can write in the pipeline script. How? I will show you. So, and one more thing, usually we are not going to write a script here. Just remove Control X. Okay. Select first. If you want to select, what is the keyword? Control A, Control X. Go to the repository. So, what you will do? You can create a new repository, or you can keep this pipeline script in the source code of your project where it is stored in that repository also. That is up to you. So now I'm going to keep in this in the same repository where our project source code is there. So go here, create a file, click on add file, create new file. So you know what is the default file name for your pipeline script? Jenkins file. This is the default name. J capital letter, remaining all characters are lowercase. Jenkins file. Okay. See here, assume I don't want to run these stages. Okay. I don't want to execute the SonarQube report. I don't want to upload in the artifact report. I don't want to deploy. Comment it, na? How to comment in the Groovy script? See, Java or Groovy script or Terraform. Okay. So, how we are going to comment? Single line comment. We can use 2/. Multi-line comment /* star /. Sunil is asking why this is going to take care of by DevOps admin. Why we are placing into that along with the project code of. See, your wish. If you want, you can create a another repository. There also you can keep it. That is up to you. That's why I'm saying you can create a new repository. There you can keep it, or you can keep in as part of your project code also. If you keep as part of your project also, there is no harm, right? Okay. Even developers will see that one. It's not a problem. That is up to you. Okay. So using single line comment or multi-line comment, you can comment it. So I want to comment that multiple lines. So that time single line comment is very difficult. Each line keeping that this one 2/. Yes or no? Instead of that one, I'm going to use multi-line comment /* and //. So when you guys are commenting, sometimes people are going to comment in wrong place. So sometimes they are going to comment here. See, they're removing, they're leaving one comment, one closing bracket, and they're closing. It is not going to work. So you should close, you should comment properly. While commenting, be careful. Okay. And yes, first we'll go with this one. Click on create new file, commit new file. Now, if you see, our pipeline script is there in this particular repository. Take this repository URL. So where this Jenkins file is available, it is available in the master branch. But from which branch we are taking the code, project code? master that dev branch, where we have specified that development branch in the Jenkins file. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So now go to your job. See, instead of pipeline script, we'll select that pipeline script from SCM. We'll select pipeline script from SCM, source code management. In the real time, we are going to select this one. So which SCM? You have to select Git. Okay, so you have to give the repository credentials. Select this GitHub credentials. Branch, master branch. So what is the file name? Jenkins file. Right. So like this, you can give. Save it. Now click on build now. So now all the stages are not going to execute. Let's see whether it is going to execute. All the stages are not. No, only 3 stages. Now you are clear now. So we are getting the code from remote repository, and also the comments also going to work. Comments are working now. We have commented 3 stages. That's why only these 2 stages only it is executing. Clear? So like this you can comment, uncomment based on your requirement. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this repository. I'm going to give the custom name. Can we give the custom name? Instead of default name, can we give the custom name? Yes. This is one of the into question. What is the default name for your pipeline script Jenkins file? And can we give the custom name? Yes, we can give. So I'm giving that. This is August batch, na? August batch, 7:30 a.m. IST 2021. So copy this one. We need this one. Okay. So go ahead and commit changes. So I have renamed this one. Now, if you go to your job and if you click on build now, it is not going to work. You will get an error. See, go to the build number 8, console output. See, error, unable to find Jenkins file from this particular repository. We don't have. Okay, what you have to do? Click on configure. Just scroll down. See here, instead of Jenkins file, you have to use that Jenkins file, the custom name. Save it. Now do the build. It will work. Right. See, build number 9. It has triggered. Right. So like this, you can give the custom name also. So then in this, can we execute particular stage based on if else? Yes, it is possible. See, here we are using that SSH and we are going to use the BAT also, right? So my requirement is I don't want to update the code based on the operating system. Automatically it has to work. Then how we are going to do? Here we are going to use one condition. If, okay, condition we are going to write. If the condition is going to satisfy, we are going to execute this command. If else, we are going to use that. So here we need to find whether you are running in a Unix operating system or not. So for that one, we have a one function. Go to the snippet generator. So here if you see that Dayanand, use Unix, checks if running on a Unix like node. Click on this one. So click on generate. See, we have one function. Copy this function and keep here. So if you do this one, if it is a Unix, it is going to execute this one. Otherwise, it will execute this one. So like this also you can use if else condition inside this stages also. Even you can write if else condition for stages also, outside stages also. You can use a try catch block exception handling mechanism. Okay. Now my requirement is I want to discard word bills. How to write a script? Very simple. See, as long as snippet generated is, you are safe. Okay, you don't want to write anything from the scratch, right? Under sample step, see here project properties, set job properties. Select this one. See here, select that discard word bills. Okay, so I'm going to use that maximum number of bills to keep 5 and bills with artifacts 5, right? And I want to enable that build periodically or pool SCM. Use this one 5 stars separated by space, whatever the option you want. See here guys, you can select whatever the option you want, click on generate pipeline script. Very simple. Copy and paste this one in the script. Where go here your GitHub repository. Okay, click on edit icon. In the node level you have to paste it, this one node level I have pasted. Okay, then save it. So very first time if you want to git reflect that these things, do it manually. Click on build now. Okay, everything guys, whatever we are going to do through GUI, that freestyle project, you can achieve through scripted also. Okay, but you have to explore the things based on your requirement. See, go through here, mail, write node, all these things. So if you want to run the shell script, how? So if you want to wait some time, use the sleep. So after executing your script, you have to wait some time. So for that one, you can use that sleep. So now go here, this job, till it is executing. So guys, I have copied that pipeline script here. So try yourself. If you are not able to, go through this pipeline script and you can practice it. It's not getting published to correct branch. No, it is taking from master branch, this pipeline script, and code. In the code, if you see, we are getting the code from development branch. Okay guys, so follow this one. Okay, already I have uploaded here. Sir, I want to explore all those snippet generators options, whatever I need to do. I like we had Jenkins plugins, detailed information. See, Diane, whatever I have explained, that is more enough right now to become expert. Based on requirement, go through here and see whether my requirement is satisfying or not. Okay, first practice this whatever I am explaining this one. Okay, so if you see here now, only the last 5 bills are there. And one more thing, if you go and see that pool SM automatically it is going to enable by the script. Clear? Can we call other scripts in the Jenkins file? Yes, you can call that shell script also. You can call the other shell scripts. You can call other Jenkins files also. You can reuse the Jenkins files. So that is reusing the Jenkins files we are going to call as shared libraries. We'll discuss that one. Okay. In our report, some remote branch which when executing clone it not fetching that remote branches instead of editing through GUI. The master branch was there and the git branch remote. See, directly if you clone it now, so I got it, your question. See what Nitin is saying that, sir, I executed clicked clone the git remote repository URL here. So I downloaded the code. In the remote repository, 3 branches are there, assume. But when I execute that git branch command, it is showing only the master branch. It is not showing that 2 more branches. After executing git checkout other branch, then if I execute git branch, that time it is showing 2. Again, if I execute git checkout the branch name, it will show. So clearly I have explained your requirement in our GitHub videos. So if you go to that playlist, okay, so GitHub playlist is there. Okay, so here if you see that git commands, so here I have explained. Just go through this one. Okay, in this video I'm going to explain you some of the. So whatever the commands I have explained here, na, I didn't covered in the our class. So that's why you guys has to go through that all the videos whatever it is there in your YouTube channel. Clear, guys? Okay, so tomorrow holiday, Monday I am going to cover how to implement CI/CD using the pipeline project using writing a declarative way. So we discuss about that scripted way, declarative way. Okay, so this is also very important, and nowadays everyone is using the declarative way because many features are there than scripted way. We'll see. Clear? Okay, so don't miss to practice this one. Okay, this is very useful. If you are comfortable with this one, then next one you are going to understand that declarative way. Okay, so anybody have any questions, guys?